you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here and I'm back with another video, and happy new month. Hey, we're in the month of April. Hope everyone is doing well and enjoying the sunshine. The weather's been so good in Manchester recently, so yeah. But in today's video, as you already know by the title, I'm talking about your favorite President Trump. Now listen, I've only got into politics since the whole COVID, C-19, but I didn't think I would have so many videos on my channel about Trump. I'm telling you, every week there's just something new. So my last video, if you've not seen it, please do check it out. I'll put a picture here and I'll link it at the end of this video. But that was the whole Trump signing an order for segregation to bring it back. So obviously he didn't get much of a reaction out of black people. So now these people, the Caucasians, want to do a rally and march on the 5th of April, which is a Saturday. Keep that in mind. And this colored people, black people, were like, nah, we're gonna sit this one out. I feel like Trump keeps poking the bear. He keeps doing stuff to trying to get the black people all rallied up, but we're not falling for it. We're not falling for the bait. Obviously, once black people start, the police come out. Obviously they might bring in martial law, riots, all the bad stuff. We don't want people getting killed and arrested. We don't want none of that in it. So now, it's a new year. Black people, we're kind of on a new wave in it. We're just just settle down, just chill. Basically, this is the president that you guys voted for. So now we've got him for 4 years. It is what it is. But yeah, people are just obviously you're always gonna get those black people who are gonna march, protest, no matter what. But a lot of people now, especially black people, they're just okay, it's time for the white people to come out, the Asians. There's so many different races that live in America. Black people, we just want to sit back and look good. So it's you lot can, come out. And especially the ones that voted for him and regret it. It's like in the UK, I voted for Labour, aka Labour, and I regret it. So obviously, if we was to march now to get Labour out, I'm the one that has to be in the streets, not the people that voted for Reform or voted for Conservative. Because of me and my vote, that's what got Labour in. So it's the people that voted for Trump. This time there was a lot of black people that voted for him, Hispanics, Asians. So people voted to him until it affected their family members or their community. And now they're oh, right, I kind of regret my, There's so many people who have come on. And I love that. Honestly, let's keep it a buck. If you voted for him, you voted for him, innit? Same with me with Labour. I voted for him. It is what it is, innit? Listen, the thing with politicians, doesn't matter who you vote for. They're all liars, so it doesn't matter, which, The people that voted for Biden, and a lot of people regretted it, And then the Trump supporters will be well, you vote, It is what it is. You've just got to live with it. But yeah, like I said, I just feel like Trump keeps doing stuff, and the people are just, the alpha hand. People are just getting madder and madder each day. So yeah, let's get into some people's reactions and just find out what this whole march is about.
On Saturday, April 5th, 2025, millions of us across America are going to march in protest of the Trump administration. Please, please, please join us. Please share this video with as many people in America as you possibly can. You guys, we're running out of time. Trump is moving so fast and he's winning. We have to fight back. It's our last chance to ensure our democracy. Go to www.handsoff2025.com. www.handsoff2025.com. Please share this video with as many people as possible. We have to show up on Saturday, April 5th. Thank you.
April 5th is coming. And before anybody starts romanticizing protest, let me just say it plain as day. No confusion. We are not going out there. Not this time. We are not going out there. A whole lot of people are planning to hit the streets, right? I know y'all have heard the buzz. Chants, signs, cameras, emotions are going to be high. I get it. Hell, I've been out there before. But the last time we marched, what happened? They tear gassed us, shoved elders to the ground, committed vandalism, and then blamed us. They shot rubber bullets at kids, and then had the nerve to call us violent. We showed up with our voices. They showed up with riot gear. We screamed, don't shoot, and they loaded that clip anyway. And let's be clear, this administration, they've let us know in no uncertain terms Black people in the street equals threat. They're looking for a reason to vilify us. They're waiting for a headline to twist. They're hoping for a camera angle that's going to justify their brutality. And what do we get in return? A quote tweet, a statement, maybe a mural? But no safety, no justice, no peace. So no, we're not marching this time. We're not going to give them the photo op that they so desperately want. We're not playing into that cycle. We're not going to give them the excuse that they're so desperate for. We're protecting our people. We're staying home. We're building offline. We're organizing smarter. Because we don't need to be in the streets to prove that our rage is real. So let them march. Let them bait. Let them spin the same tired narratives. But don't let them turn your Blackness into a threat on live TV. April 5th, we sit back. We step back. We stay safe. Because survival is resistance too.
1 million people are going to march in the United States on April 5th. 1 million people.
Sit your black ass down.
Sit your black ass down. I love it. That sound is trending on TikTok. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm here for it. You know what's mad? Because obviously, when like sounds blow up on TikTok, I like to see the original. I thought it was a man. It's a woman. It's a black woman, and I'm here for it. Obviously, the Caucasians are like, yo, you're not taking this seriously. We need to get out there. We need to match. And there's just so many videos with that music, like, you see show black ass down. Like, we ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? We ain't doing it. Like, we want to rest. You know what I mean? We want to fly out. We want to look good. We want to get our nails, obviously hair did, nails did, eyelashes, you know. This time, you can march. Like, white people have not marched in, like, I think the last time they marched is, like, the 90s. The last time black people marched I can think of is George Floyd. And even that went worldwide. Like, I didn't march because, well, first of all, I don't believe in the whole march, and I just feel like it doesn't do anything. My sister did. She and her friend did their thing. There wasn't no trouble. Like, it was quite peaceful. But I know some places in the UK there was a bit of, you know what I mean. I'm trying to think, but yeah. Most of the time when black people march in America, obviously riots end up happening, and then they have to bring in martial law, or someone gets killed, sadly, you know, unalived. And it's just like, nah, like, we're just, you know, you're just tired of it. And then just looking back, obviously people, like black people are saying, oh, if you don't march, your ancestors are going to be frowning upon you. No, they ain't. You know what I mean? Like, as time goes on, things change. We have to think of new strategies to, like, affect, you know what I mean, the government and stuff. And obviously Target, since January, since the whole DEI, they have not been the same. They've been losing, you know what I mean, profit. Listen, I think black people, I think it's like 20%. That's how much, like, in America that it makes. But listen, the black dollar, even though we don't have much, we don't have generational wealth, listen, when we don't spend in certain places, certain shops, they feel the effect, you know what I mean? Black people love Target. But we're like, no, obviously you'll still get the black people here and there still going, you know, secretly and that. But overall, the way we spend money like, this is why we don't have generational wealth, because we're just constantly spending. But listen, when we start spending in that store or that shop, the effects show. So like I said, Target's not been the same since January. Obviously Trump, like, people have just had enough of Trump, and it's like, fam, he's only been in since January, and not even the beginning, mid-January. We're only going into April today, so it's just like, you lot need to get with the program. I feel like with Trump, this is just the beginning. You know what I mean? Like I said, every week he's always doing something. I didn't think I'd be talking about him so much on this channel. But yeah, black people, sit your black ass down, stay at home, or go to your friend's house or your family, have a cookout, have a little party, a little get together, and just have a good time, and just watch the madness play out on TV.
I'm just going to go ahead and address this now because I have a few of you in my DMs asking if I'm going to be going to the worldwide day against Trump actions on Saturday. And the short answer is hell yeah. I come from a long line of ancestors that did not take no shit. They were civil rights lawyers. They ran for public office. They marched. They protested. Like, they got down, right? And if I decided to sit down and do nothing, instead of rolling in their graves, they would probably resurrect and knock me upside my head. Like, they just didn't play around. So if I decide to play around, they're not going to like that. And I'd be asking them for stuff sometimes, and I don't want to be held to account. They're gonna ask me why, why I was sent home being lazy. That's just me and my ancestors and my family, right? I was already planning to go to something that day anyway. The Jacksonville Palestine Solidarity Network is having a Land Day event, so I was already planning to be outside April 5th anyway. And now I'm looking for actions in my city and other cities, and of course I'll share them with you guys as well. Today I'm about to go to an action to stop a morgue that's literally being built in my community, a Black community, next to a literal school. And then after that, I'm going to an action around 3 p.m. to stand against a hateful anti-immigrant legislation that City Council here is passing locally. So to answer the questions in my DM, am I going to an action for the worldwide day against Trump on April 5th? Probably.
All I can say is good luck, sis, because, yeah. Now, with that, there's always going to be Black people like that, innit? Like, so do you, boo-boo. But, yeah, again, if you get hurt, do not be jumping on this TikTok and trying to get a GoFundMe and because we done told ya. Sit your black ass down. But, yeah, I hear what she's saying. And even, like, all the different protests that she's doing, like, I'm gonna do this, something about a morgue, then I'm gonna do this, and it's just like, not every day protesting, innit? Like, sometimes, like, have a day off, have a week off, like, don't go to this, how about just don't go to this protest, innit? Like, but again, there's always gonna be people like that. Again, she's using the ancestors, like, oh, it runs in my family, I gotta protest, no, you ain't gotta do nothing. Listen, we only have one life. Listen, look after yourself, especially if you're single, you've got no kids. I've got to think about my children. Look after yourself if you're alone. Like, obviously, if you want to do it, people are going to do what they want to do in it regardless. But yeah, overall, you've been told, like, especially from Black people on TikTok, to sit your black ass down. You didn't listen. So when you want to come up with a story, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. With this march, the people that you roll with, just pray that they've got your back, because that's another thing. It depends who you go with. Some people go alone. Some people can just get off and leave you in it when things get techie. So if you are going with a group of people, just make sure that your ride or dies and they're going to hold you down. But yeah, if anything to take away from this video, Black people, stay safe out there. But if you're going, again, stay safe. But the ones that are staying home, have a good time. And yeah.
April 5th, guess where I won't be? Yep, nope, not gonna be in them streets. Yeah, it's your boy Young Star 63 Fat Jack the DJ. I need you to like, comment, follow, share, and get into this, because I wake up first thing in the morning, put my jewelry on in TikTok. Why? Because it makes me feel good. So word is on the streets, April 5th, they gonna have a big world day of march and protest against tyranny that is Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Yeah, no, I ain't going outside. Not gonna do it. Nope. See, because y'all don't know how to protest right. See, we're good at this protesting thing. See, we've been doing this protesting thing for a very long time. We know just how resilient to be. We know just how far to push back before we take off, before they start pew-pewing people. See, y'all have proven with January 6th that y'all don't know when to stop. So guess what? I'm not going to do with you, March. I can smell my ancestors in my left nostril telling me to go somewhere and smoke. Don't go out there. I can feel it. I can fear it. I can hear Sojourner's truth on this side telling me not to go outside. I can feel it. I promise you I ain't gonna be there. Nope, not me. You see why my mouth all a little red, got a little red tint to it? It's because I've been inside drinking Kool-Aid. That's where I'll be on April 5th. Yep, nope. We're not going to do it this time. See, we done marched on Washington. We done marched for George Floyd. We done marched for Ferguson. We done marched and my feet hurt. Yep, our feet hurt. We're not doing it no more. You can do it this time, okay? Guess what? Because you know what? We told you to vote for Kamala. We did that. We told you to vote for Kamala. Not even when we didn't want to vote for her ourselves, we said, no, we're going to vote for her. Like, this one's better. This one's definitely better than him. So y'all got to clean this up, because guess what that protest is going to do? It is not going to get him out of office. You're still going to be under the control of a dictator for the next 3 years. And guess what we've been under? The control of an oppressed country for all of our lives. So guess what? Y'all hold this 3 years, all right? Y'all hold it. Y'all come get us. when y'all clean up y'all own mess. That's what we gonna be. Nope, not doing it. April 5th, you stay your black ass in the house. Me, as a member of the black constituency, I have tapped in with the rest of the black constituency. We don't even gotta speak. All we gotta do is look at each other and See, no words whatsoever. If you didn't understand what I said, you go outside on April 5th. If you did understand what I said, I'm having a barbecue. I'll see you there.
Yes, oh my gosh, he touched on so many good points. Not the nostril, that left nostril. Like, listen, one thing about us black people, that black nose, the ancestors contact us in different ways. So when he was just like, when they hit you in the left nose, But yeah, he made some really good points. Even when he said black people, we can look at each other. Like, me and my friend have done this. We've looked at each other across the room, gave each other the look, and we've understood what we were saying. Like, I don't know, there's something about us. I don't know if it was the whole slavery trade or what we've been through, because we've been through a lot as a people. You know what I mean? From like after slavery, then post-slavery, then obviously Jim Crow. And then there's just always something, and then fighting for civil rights, Black Panther, you know, there's a lot. But there's just something about black people. You literally could look at someone across the room and you just speak in a language. It's weird. It's hard to explain. But again, it's our ancestors and just coming through. But like he said, he could do that. For those that get it, get it. The ones that didn't get it, they're obviously going to be at the march. But yeah, everything he said in his clip was on point. I love it.
There's a lot of y'all in these comments that are talking about, oh, this trend is just to make black people dormant and to keep black people from standing up for themselves and to make sure that black Americans don't fight for nothing, and y'all are disrespecting the ancestors, y'all are being weak and da-da-da-da-da, and this is going to roll downhill, it's still going to affect y'all. What y'all are not understanding is, what we are saying is that we're not putting our bodies on the line this time. It is time for other demographics, especially white demographics, both white men and white women, to put their bodies on the line, their lives on the line. Because historically speaking, what happens when black people get grouped up and together and start protesting? What happens? We are met with physical violence. When white people go and unalive an entire family or pew up an entire school, they're met with McDonald's. They're met with tasers, slaps on the wrist. You see the difference? We did stand up. And we've been standing up. We've been putting ourselves on the line. We've been fighting. But y'all have to understand that there are more ways to fight than just physically marching. We can fight with our minds. We can fight with our dollar. We fight with our vote, which is what a lot of us did back in November. But certain demographics did not show up. They did not stand on business. And a lot of y'all are talking about some disrespecting the ancestors. Baby, I'm a hoodoo practitioner. I venerate my ancestors and speak directly to them. And if y'all sit up here and think that our ancestors are not savvy to what's going on, what state of the world we are in at this moment, what state of the union, the situation going on in the United States, if they don't understand, y'all think they are mentally stalled and kept in the mentality they had then, baby. How do you think your ancestors are going to do anything for you if they are not aware of what's going on, if they don't have any knowledge of the current situation, not just politics, but the rest of the world? Y'all got to have more faith in our ancestors than that. So they very much so do understand that we have been fighting, and it is not safe for us to go out in March because we know exactly what's going to happen, and it is excuses. It's an excuse for martial law to be enacted. We already know that everything that they voted for when they voted that man in was going to affect us. That's why we voted against him. But now we're beyond that. Now, yes, everything will affect us, but we can fight from the comfort of our home. We can fight from a safe place. We will not be putting ourselves in dangerous positions just so we can lose our lives while the people who voted for this mess get to live another day. No, baby. Let them put themselves in the dangerous position because far too long have we been on the front line. It's their turn. And we will be silently supporting from our homes while we write letters to Congress, while we call our Congress people, our people that are in office for our states, our Senate, all of this good stuff. We will be emailing our governors, all of this, things that we have already been doing, while we actively, like I for one, sell and design clothing that brings awareness to the current situation that we're dealing with here and also what's going on in Africa. And all of the proceeds from what I sell gets donated to African organizations. And I can do that from the comfort of my home. where my body is not in a dangerous position, where my body is not put on the line, where I'm not threatened to lose my life. We gotta work smarter, honey. Let them do it. We sitting our black asses down and minding our black ass business. And if you mad, you mad. If you want to march, baby, go march. But we're telling you, for the safety of yourself, it is beneficial for black folk to sit this out. Because when we gather, when we rally, when we riot, when we protest, when we argue, when we defend, we get met with violence each and every time. Some point we gotta learn from the history. We gotta learn from the past and move better, move differently. If we want different results, something's gotta change. Let them do it.
Again, I love her video. She made some really good points. This is what I mean. It's not always about marching. Like, think smarter. Like, we're in 2025. Do you remember that clip that went viral of Jay-Z's? It's like, you know, with the whole Colin Kaepernick when he was kneeling down. And Jay-Z was like, yeah, we're done with the kneeling. We're done with the marching. Like, that was, you know what I mean? No offense to our ancestors. That was them back in the day. It's 2025. Like she said, spend your money in the right place. You know what I mean? She's doing things to help people in Africa. Like, there's different ways to do stuff. Just because, like, you're not in front of the camera doesn't mean you're not doing stuff. A lot of people do stuff behind the scenes, help charities, volunteer. Like, there's so much other stuff you could be doing. So, yeah, it's easy for you to come and like, oh, you wasn't marching, or you wasn't... You didn't know what I did last week. Like, you wasn't, you know what I mean? That person, that woman's probably done more for the black community, or, you know what I mean, helped people, or in Africa, the Caribbean, wherever, than you've probably done in your whole life, you know what I mean? But because she didn't go to a march, you know what I mean? Like, with the George Floyd, again, first of all, I'm a mother, so I can't be doing no protest. Like, I need to make it back home safely for my kids. And I feel like when people just go to these protests, they just don't fully think it through. And it's like when people bring kids to the protest, like, why are kids here? They shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? This is politics. You're going against the government, or going, you know what I mean? You're going against, like, some pretty, like, hard people. Doesn't matter if it's racist or not. Kids shouldn't be there. Babies, kids, like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's in the playground. This is real life stuff. People get hurt. People, sadly, some people get unalived, arrested, blind, become deaf. Like, things happen in it. It can pop off at any time, especially if martial law come in, you know what I mean? Martial law is always like the last thing they like to bring in, but, you know, if they bring it in, then, you know what I mean, it can get really techie. So yeah, again, everything she said in her clip, I agree with.
So word on the TikTok streets is that April 5th, the people of this country will be protesting and marching. There's supposed to be 1 million people all across the country. They standing up for their rights, and I think that is very cute. Now, April 5th also happens to be a Saturday, and y'all know we good for throwing some shit on the grill. I can bring the chicken and a few steaks. Let me know what you got on it.
She made me laugh, but yeah, on these TikTok streets, I'm with her. Like, she's bringing some chicken and some steak. You know what I mean? I bring the mac and cheese and some, I don't know how to do them collard greens because I'm British, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Link up in your community if you live in a black hood. Maybe do a cookout outside if the weather's good. Like, just come together. It'd be nice to see the black community come together while they're on that side of the state or town marching. Let us do us, mind our black-owned business. We're not involved. And just have a good day, literally. Because, you know, later on you'll see it all over the news. You know, it's going to be worldwide, so I'll get to see over here. But overall, just be safe. That's all I can say. If you're gonna do it, be safe. And if you do go, do not jump on this TikTok and start complaining about, oh, this hurt me. No, because we told you to keep your black ass at home and sit down.
Tana your yard. When you hear me, my chocolate dumplings, my peoplers, please. Tana your yard. Nobody march where march who march this march that can't be this your march we not talk about march over with. So please we go our yard, turn in our bed, roll over and rub we foot them together. Go and go all fresh. Go and go name some fruit and veggies. If you feel like say you need a bubblers, get a bubblers. But other than that, turn your yard. Love her no.
I love when my American Jamaicans come through, but you heard what she said, standing at your yard, do not go anywhere. If you need to do this, you know what I mean? She said, jump in bed, rub your feet together, feel good, watch the news. No, actually, don't, because that's quite depressing. But you know what I mean? Put on a good movie, mind your black-owned business, and standing at your yard. Oh, I love that. But yeah, she told no lies, like straight up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go there.
So there's a march, a Million Man March on April 5th, and black folks, we're not doing that, right? We have nothing to do with that. That literally has nothing to do with us, and we are staying our black asses home. We are resting. We are going to classes. We are traveling. We are taking care of self, right? They got way more, non-white and white groups that are not black who can take that up. But that literally has nothing to do with us. And I want to remind us that we really need to stop stepping out and stepping up for white women. We need to stop that. I literally saw this high school game. They were showing the video of where a white coach, yanked the ponytail of a white player. A black player came to her defense. And no one else came to the defense of this white girl. And this is just a reminder to stop with the knee-jerk reaction to just help these white girls and white women out. No one came to her defense, and there are white players on the team. We need to worry about self and women who look like us. And if a black woman is in need, yes, help. But white women and white girls, let their counterparts help them. And like I said, no one came to her defense. So what does that tell you? So yeah, stop the knee-jerk reaction. That also means these marches and protests and these insignificant things that they're doing, right? Like the painting over the Black Lives Matter in DC, the street. Did that help black people in any way? No. It was a very unimportant gesture that does not help black people in any way. It wasn't like the George Floyd Policing Act, Voting Rights Act. These are things that actually help us. And I don't mean just crumbs, right? Like DEI and affirmative action, we got crumbs on that, right? These things that do not, These things that do not help us, we need to make sure that we are not pushing for them. So we're not going to be out there in that march. Stop stepping up for these white women because their own aren't stepping up for them. And don't worry about these empty gestures that they're taking away because they weren't helping us in the first place.
Yes, I love it. Not her with her knitting. Like, this is what I mean. We're just out here minding our black owned business. I'm here for it. But yeah, again, she made some really good points. Yeah, I seen that clip going viral of where the coach pulled the white girl's hair. I didn't know that bit where the black girl came in and was like, da 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 da. Again, on her team, there were so many white girls. No one came for her defense, but here comes this black girl. Listen, with that, first of all, I've got a best friend that's white. I'll put a picture of us here, like we do. Like she's on my TikTok, she's on my YouTube shorts. We do TikToks and things like that together, so check us out. With that, obviously, I've known her since I was like 8 years old. If someone started with her, I'm gonna back her, and I know she's gonna, you know what I mean, she's gonna replicate and back me. With that whole thing, we don't know the backstory, but I hear what that woman's saying. Like, stop putting yourself on the line. With me, if you're not a family or like a close friend, I'm not putting putting my life on the line for you. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Because you just don't know people. Like, if you jump in a fight, you don't know why they were fighting in the first place. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful. Doesn't matter the color of the skin. It just, do you really know that person? I'm not sticking up for you because I don't know you like that. But again, my white friend, I've known her since I was 8 years old. She's a ride or die, vice versa. But other than that, I agree with everything she said, like, in those points. Like, I don't know, in America, it's just different. Like, it's very, like, race. Like, even in the black community, it's colorism. Like, these are just so, like, stuck on race. So it's different over there, I understand. But, yeah, it's just crazy.
I already know who needs to hear this, and I'm hoping that you actually listen because, like, my peoples, we already know what to do. And I'm hoping that other POCs hop on this as well, but do not go marching April 5th. Don't be outside in the street on April 5th. Like, listen to a good sis once, please. If you hear anything I ever say, don't go marching on April 5th. That is not our fight. That is not our protest. That is not where we need to be. Because that is what they want. They want us to get outside in the streets and be angry. They want us to protest. They want us to riot. They want you outside so that they can enact martial law. I know y'all have been hearing about this on TikTok, because I have been hearing about it on TikTok, and I've been hearing about it on other social media platforms. Do not go outside. Stay your ass in the house. Actually, gather some friends, make a movie night out of it. I don't know, play some board games, drink some wine, stay with your animals, pick up a hobby. But don't go outside, because they want you to be outside, so that they can enact martial law. This is not our fight to fight. We fought the good fight in November. We fought the good fight campaigning for 6 to 8 months. We did what the hell we needed to do. Do not go and try and be Captain Save-A-Ho for the fucking nation. And I know that people are going to be like, oh my God, why not? We all live here. Yes, we do. But we are all not going to experience the same shit about what happens when we go outside and we protest. So again, I say, stay your ass home. Do not go outside. If you are Black, POC, a minority, an immigrant, let the white people fight this fight. I'm so serious. Let them have their Katniss Everdeen moment. Let them go outside and be a divergent. I need y'all to sit y'all asses down. Immediately. Immediately. Stay your ass inside. Don't go outside April 5th and be a part of this People's March, because we the people fought for this already. Let them suffer the consequences, and then we can rebuild from there. Okay?
She's cute, but again, yeah, she made some really good points. For those that get it. You know, all the suggestions she was saying, you know, have a movie night, a film night, you know what I mean? Go see people you've not seen, like friends and family you've not seen in ages. Like, just don't be on the road and be safe, because even if it's not in Washington or you somewhere else, tensions are going to be high, you know what I mean? When there's always, you know what I mean, like life after George Floyd, even though it was COVID times, tensions were high. Even over here, even though it happened in America, it was scary. It was scary times. So that's another reason why I didn't go out and protest, because even going out to work, obviously I'm working alongside white people, the tension was there. You could feel it in the air. So yeah, whatever you do, just be careful. You know what I mean? Again, Black girls, I already know how we do. We're probably in the salon getting our hair done, nails, eyelashes, keeping busy, have a cookout. You know, we love to eat, we love to party. You know what I mean? Just chill and have a good time.
Hey, there's a huge protest going on April 5th. We all need to be there. We? Man, I don't know who she's talking to. Child, she's speaking French. She's not talking to us. You learning French? Because we're not going anywhere. But you guys always protest for rights in this country. And all of us are being affected by this new administration. We learned our lesson. Whenever we protest, they enact violence on us, and then they blame us for being violent protesters. Right. And that's what they want. So Trump can declare martial law and then use cop cities to try to arrest and kill us. Thank you. This is why we're protesting. The president should not be allowed to do all of this. If we all stick together, we all should have stuck together in November. But y'all wanted to be racist, sexist, evil, stupid pieces of shit and vote for a candidate who was also all of those things. And now his orange fuck ass is doing exactly what we all said he was going to do. Y'all want to fight? Go fight on April 5th without us. Y'all got it. You guys can't just sit this out. They are coming for you either way. We can't just let America be destroyed. Right, because who is we? Stand up. No. It's not our time yet. When it's our time to stand up, we'll know. How? They asking how. They don't know how we all knew to stand down? Nope. They don't understand our ancestors, child. Hey, they'll tell us when it's time to stand up like they're telling us to sit the fuck down right now. I know that's right. Clock it. Okay, I'm sorry. Are you two talking to each other right now? Because I'm not hearing anything. What's going on?
Oui. She's like, oh, so you speak French now? And it's just like, wait, what? But we, who is we? I swear, I love when people are like, oh, we gotta do this. We ain't gotta do nothing. Like, this is what I mean. You've gotta have your own black. Don't be talking about we unless you're talking French, innit? But yeah, again, even though it was a little sketch, she made some really good points in that video. But yeah, stay and keep your black hairs at home, please.
On April 5th, there's supposed to be some peaceful protests all across the nation. And it is time for white people to stand up and speak out. Especially if you're a white straight male. It is our time to stand up for the people who have been oppressed and marginalized by this country. I really want us to think about this. Anytime that there's a fight for basic human rights in this country, it's always led by marginalized groups. Whether it's the black community, whether it's women, whether it's the LGBTQIA plus community. When are white men going to stand up for basic human rights in this country? When are white men going to start calling out other white men who love to exploit people in this country? So if you're not already in the game, get in the game, lace up your boots. Black people need some rest and reparations. It's time for us to fight. These white men who are in power, all they do is exploit the red pill masculinity bullcrap. They know their audience. They know they're not very smart. They know they're poorly educated. They know they have that pound on my chest, I'm a tough guy type of mentality, but don't have a whole lot to think with. They know that the people who follow them buy into the get rich scheme type of things. They buy into the self-help type of BS in hopes that one day they can exploit other people. But it is time for us to stand up and fight. Get loud. Use your privilege for good. We have an administration that talks about meritocracy while their DUI hire is putting national secrets in a Signal group chat. And when you elect a circus, expect to put a tent over the show.
So in his clip, I was a bit, you know, when some people are just like pandering like to black people, you know, when they just want that, the black card or the invitation to the cookout. I was a bit, like, is he being genuine? But he did make some good points. Like, first of all, when he talks about, you know, especially this is time for white males to come out. Listen, the only time I've seen like males come out is like Martin Luther King days, like I Have a Dream, like, and that was like black males. Were there some white males in between? Yeah, of course, but you know what I mean? It's true when you think about these marches. I've never seen like a big group of white males. First of all, we know the world, it's a man's world, innit? And with that said, it's a white man's world. Only like the poor white man would probably come out because, you know, the wealthy ones, this doesn't affect them. Like, they're not hurting, they're not, you know what I mean, they're not feeling nothing. So I get what he's saying, but again, it's usually going to be us women, you know, even with a lot of the black marches, it's always the black woman, you know, forward there, number one in front, you know, especially when it's like a black man that's been unalived. It's always like the mothers, the grandmothers, the aunties, we're all marching, you know what I mean? We're all there with the signs. But again, like, I hear what he's saying, but I'm just a bit, But again, yeah, we need, you know what I find funny? Like, in America, there's so many different, like, there's a lot of multiracial people. So what I find funny is, like, white women that have biracial children, or even Asian women, there's a lot of, like, half, you know, Malaysian came out of America. There's a lot of half Asian and half black people in America. Where are they? Like, I feel like when these marches happen, they're just never anywhere to be like seen. And it's like when the cops pull over people who are like multiracial or mixed race, they don't, you know what I mean? If you've got a white mom, most biracial like people look black in it. They're like light-skinned black. You know what I mean? Like, let's use Drake. He grew up with the white side with his blonde Jewish mother. But if he was to get pulled over in the car, you know, especially when he had his hair, he's cut his hair now, but especially when he had hair, you just think he's a light-skinned black man. So it's things like that. A lot of people have black kids or mixed race kids, but they're never like out here to protest. Obviously, everyone has their reasons why, but I just think with him saying that white males need to come out, so the mothers that have multiracial kids, like, or, you know, in their family, you know what I mean? Because again, when the cops pull you, they're not like, is your mum white or is your dad white? Like, you know what I mean? It's, you just look like black to them, you know what I mean? If you're not 100% white, then you're black, or then you're, you know what I mean? You're this, you're that. Like, you're always something else. You're always the other minority.
Black people in America, stay your ass in the house April 5th. I'm hearing there's supposed to be millions of people marching. Stay in the house. And this is why nobody can ever tell me that TikTok is not symbolism. It's more than an app. It's literally a time. every time they say, oh, they're going to do some shutdown or they're going to have a meeting about it, some big phenomenon happens in America. Okay, let me get this straight though, right? We already got the history of the Passover. The Israelites, they were freed, right? So you mean to tell me millions of people are going to go marching when they can literally set martial law into place right before Stay in the house. We will not be the lamb that gets sacrificed this go round. All right, okay? Because let me tell you something. They're talking about they had to sacrifice the blood of the lamb. What is a lamb? A baby sheep. What are God's people? Sheep. Like I said, we won't be the people that sacrifice this go round. All right. Stay quiet, stay indoors, and don't even interact. All right?
Oh, he touched on too much. We will not be sacrificed. Will we not be the lamb? Oh my gosh, yeah, man, he was schooling. So yeah, again, with the 5th of April, this is where TikTok, you know what I mean? And like he said, TikTok, it's more than just like a social media app. Like it is, like people have come up with so many things on here. It's, you know what I mean? It does help with like revolutions or marches. Like people gather here in it on TikTok. That's what I love about it. I do miss the original when it was just dancing, but it's more than that now. So it's reasons like that, like no wonder they want to ban it in America, because, you know what I mean, people are coming together, coming up with ideas, solutions. You know, they don't want that. They want us to fight amongst ourselves. But when we start getting along and we're going to meet up here, groups, marches, it's like, whoa, 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 you know what I mean? You're messing with their plan, because it's, you know what I mean, everything's a part of their plan. But yeah, again, we are not, you know what I mean, black people will not be the shield. We will not be out here getting sacrificed. You know what I mean? It's all them little things you gotta read, you know what I mean? You gotta, with this little magnifying glass, you gotta read between the lines, like, you know what I mean? It's a lot bigger than, you know what I mean? Same when they said the Chinese government and that are spying on and taking people's data, like, with TikTok. And it's just like, look how long TikTok's been out, and you only know this now when they wanted to ban it. Obviously, Trump's brought it back temporarily, but who knows? But yeah, a lot's happening this weekend in America, so everyone just be mindful, stay safe, and yeah, just keep your guard up, because, you know what I mean, it's crazy times we're living in, man. So yeah, just be safe.
I live right outside of Washington, D.C., and I ain't going to no march. You know we're not going. So for the 92%, what are we going to do? I say we have a big-ass cookout. Let's have a big-ass barbecue. Why not? Right outside Washington, D.C. If I host a big-ass barbecue, vendors, the whole 9 yards, would you come? 92%. Would you come? Let me know in the comments. If I get enough responses, I'm doing it. I want to have a big-ass barbecue. 92% cookout. Fuck it. We deserve it. Let me know in the comments. If I get enough comments, we gonna do it. That's it. 92% cookout on April 5th. Let's make it happen.
So apparently 1 million people are set to protest on April 5th, and I want to let all black people know, sit your black asses down. You're not moving. You're not going nowhere. This is not our fight. Let 1 million of their people go out there and let's see how law enforcement handles them, okay? You all sit your black asses down. This is not our fight. They had the chance to align themselves with us back in November. They made their choice. They voted for how they wanted to vote for. So let them go and march. Let them go and protest. Let them go and rally. Let them go shed their blood, sweat, and tears. You stay your black asses inside, okay? Thank you.
All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and stay safe as always. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.